Hi, Josh.
Hey, Eamon.
How
Guess
are
what
you
it is?
doing?
Guess
What
what
is it?
today is?
What is it?
It's a quick cuppa.
It's a quick cuppa. It's a quick cuppa. I have a different setup, Josh, for a quick cuppa on our
Oh
little
yeah,
broadcast suite. And this particular section is called Base Camp. Because I thought it was cool, so I called this
sure.
section Base Camp.
You're very millennial sometimes. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's okay. At least I'm not Gen Z. You know. So I mean, there's that.
That's true. They
Yeah.
would have renamed it already. It would be called something like C Camp, and then they'd have to have a different name that
They'd
began
have
for
all,
C
yeah.
Camp, and then
There'd be 100
right.
abbreviations, and it was just like, you guys,
Yeah.
just go and cry in the corner because that's what you're good at doing. So, where nobody's listening to you. Bye. Oh, you're working me too hard. I did an hour's work today. Oh, that's
I
so
will
tough for
say,
me.
but I've taught, right. I started teaching where I had students that were actually older than me. So I taught Gen X. I taught through the entire millennials, and now I'm teaching Gen Z, right, as they're coming
Mm,
through to college. And I just think both of your generations were very fragile. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, no, there's nothing fragile about me, babe. I tell you that much.
I'm
Yeah.
speaking in a very broad
On a
stroke kind of
broad
thing.
sense of the reality, yes. No,
The
I
joke
do, I
about
do get it. No, my contemporaries can be quite fragile. I will appreciate that.
Well, it's
Um,
also coming from a Gen X perspective, right? And
yeah.
so the joke about Gen X isn't much of a joke anymore. I think everybody understands that we were raised to be feral beasts to take care of ourselves. And so, like, the whole idea of fragility is something that
Yeah.
makes me laugh just as a concept
Well, I
because,
think
like,
yeah, I was largely raised by my grandmother and my aunt, so they were kind of very much get on with it, do the work,
and,
let yeah. So I think I kind of skipped that.
but you also grew up in a small Irish town,
I
right? Like,
did.
there's like a certain way of dealing with life. And like, I grew up doing subsistence farming, right? I was shoveling manure at 5 years old. Like, this is
Um,
it is what it is, right? And
that's not
so you're
something that
just
I see. I definitely got away from that, thankfully. That was never something that was my calling to shovel manure, nor was that something that I had ever have entertained.
it's not as bad as it sounds. It is what it
Okay.
is. And the vegetables that you grow and the fruits, I mean,
You see the
Jersey
fruits of your
blueberries,
loins.
Jersey blueberries and Jersey tomatoes, they are real things that used to grow in my entire backyard. Like we didn't really have a backyard, we had a garden.
Yes. So you were always the horticulturist then, were you, Josh?
I I just learned to use my hands very early on for just about everything. Yeah. It's
Just about everything, I'm sure. Very
how
good. Well, Josh, for those of you, we were tuning in here straight after the opening of Under the Same Sky, which is now
yep.
open at Candid Arts Trust in London. So thank you
That's
to
why you're so
everybody.
tired.
That's
That's why
why
you're
I'm.
so
That's
tired.
why my voice is down about 6 octaves, and yeah, the resonance is definitely much lower today. But however,
The
uh,
show must
the
go
the
on.
show is going on and will continue to be on until Saturday evening. So do bring yourself to
Yes.
Candid Arts Trust
Yep.
in London.
And we got
So yeah,
all kinds of stuff going on
we
there, right? I
do.
mean,
We
it's really
do.
cool.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, come check it out. Come check it out. Lots of cool new artworks for you all to see. Um,
So, are we ready? We gonna
we
jump
are
into this
we
quick
are ready.
cuppa?
And while you're doing
All
that,
right.
I'm actually gonna build some energy. This episode is sponsored by Krispy Kreme. And I've got one of these donuts that I'm gonna eat
Don't strike us. Don't strike us.
while you
Encourage us. Give us
while
money.
you while you give
This
us the story lowdown. Off you pop.
this week, this week, the Aladdin Sane album cover achieves 385,000 pounds at Bonhams auction. The
Mm,
2,200-year-old Celtic rainbow cup in almost mint condition, found in Germany of all places. LACMA declines to voluntarily recognize union formed by hundreds of workers. Another interesting twist in the art world saga. Australian teen charged over allegedly sticking googly eyes on Blue Blob artwork. That's
that's
an
a funny
interesting one.
story.
That's just and Chalamet at Holzer City for Vogue photo shoot, which just drives me up the absolute wall.
Good
All
old
that
Timmy.
and just us are up next as we spill the art tea. Welcome to episode 68. Quick cuppa.
Quick up!
I
Action.
figure if I go low, the mic won't cancel me. Quick
Quick
cuppa.
papa. You can be the bass, and I can be the soprano.
There you go.
I've
Are
definitely
you
heard a
gonna?
few. I'm almost there. Look, see, I can't believe I ate all that quick. It's just the sugar
So
keeps falling.
let me ask you this: as the
Well,
sugar begins to hit,
yeah.
do you have like a favorite album cover, the artwork of which you would buy?
Mm, I have a few actually. Um, I have a few, and generally the album covers that I do love, um, I buy on vinyl because I have them as part of my vinyl collection because I love how big they are and how cool, and to see them in print, I just
and
love that.
and you can, but you, some people actually display them on the walls
Mm,
instead of posters, right? And then you can just
mm,
take it down, pull out the record. I've seen people do that, right?
yeah,
And it keeps them safer that way, and all
yeah.
kinds of things. Okay, so everybody I know, rest in peace, David Bowie, right? But I think everyone's aware that Aladdin Sane was kind of like his breakout album, the album that changed people's perception of Bowie, who made Bowie Bowie, right? I mean,
Mm.
really. Before he fell to earth, there was Aladdin Sane, right? And so the album was shot by a photographer, obviously, and the original photography, the original print, was up at auction. As we've talked about before, auctioning now is not trying to make money from traditional art sources because there's not enough people interested in buying those traditional art sources, right?
Mm.
So things like this that are pop cultural in nature is how they are making big time money. And £380,000, it's about $400,000 for that artwork.
That's a lot of money for a CD
That's a
cover.
lot of money.
Yes.
So the moral of this story is if you are a photographer, if you're a graphic designer, you find the right artist at the right time in their career, and boof,
Well,
big money.
I suppose that's an interesting conversation because I do quite a lot of album cover designs, now whether that's photography based or art based.
Mm-hmm.
And the artist would pay you a fee, or if you're kind of just
Yeah.
interested in them and you like to collaborate them, don't charge at all, like I do in some cases. Um,
Right.
when they sell for 380,000 all the way back into the future or whatever,
But I
how
mean,
much of
but you
that
wouldn't.
commission is that artist going to get? Probably very little.
But like anything that goes to auction, right? That never,
Yeah.
that's always the issue. The
Yeah.
whole thing about wanting, we try to get people to buy from living artists directly where possible or through a
Mm,
gallery, if nothing else, right? Is because at least then a proportion of what that actual sale value is
yeah.
goes to the artist, right?
Yes.
It's 100% if you buy directly from me, it's 50-50 generally if it's a split with a real gallery, etc.
Yeah.
But something like this, you would never see that. But something interesting, the guy Mac Miller, he's a rapper, does
Yes.
kind of more like lounge rap kind of thing. I would describe it as.
Mm,
Anyhow, so he had this album cover that he had done that I came across this week. He found this artist on Instagram. He's like, oh, I like your art. Could you do a piece for me? And the
mm.
artist like had a conversation with him and did the piece. And the piece ended up being the cover of the album. And now people are getting it tattooed, like it's a very, I guess, famous in
Iconic.
that genre.
Yeah.
I don't, this is not my thing. I just found it interesting that it blew up
Mm,
like this. But the artist now is huge because of having done that, right? So
yeah.
yes, he got paid whatever he got paid for the image, and clearly didn't get points on the return of the album in any kind of way. I've never heard anybody getting that, right? That's the ideal thing that you
Mm.
would get. But I didn't, nothing like that. But the flip side is he got all this business and certainly is now much well known as an artist because of the association, right?
Well, do we know the artist that created this?
Well, no, because again, this is back in the 70s, right? So
Mm.
I mean, we know who the photographer is, don't get me wrong. And
Yeah.
I guess if you're in photographic circles, it's someone that people pay attention to. But in terms of like general pop culture, like a wider sense of that photographer as a person, nah, no
Mm.
one's, you know what I mean? It's just not,
Well,
doesn't
because
have
like
the
the
same kind of
the
impact.
iconography that's created in this album is like it's
100%.
so
100%.
recognizable, it's so iconic that
But
it's
people,
just
but when you see that image, you think Bowie. You don't think the
absolutely
photographer
no.
took
But
the image of
regardless
Bowie.
of even the photograph or the image, you see the lightning bolt in that delivery and how that's portrayed, even isolated, and you think
Mm-hmm.
Bowie.
Yeah.
And I think that's some good branding.
But how much of that was Bowie versus the photographer, right? I don't know. I have never
Who
seen
knows?
notes. Well, sometimes there are notes from a photographic session. If there's a
Mm,
assistant there keeping
yeah.
track of these things, sometimes there is a log of the things that were done in terms of various props and who made those kinds of suggestions.
Mm,
I don't know about this one, but I agree with you that lightning bolt. I mean, come on, it's like as much as the two eyes with the two different colors. Like there's
Yeah,
certain things, as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, that's Bowie. Like it doesn't
yeah,
matter what context it shows up in, oh, that's
yeah.
referencing Bowie.
How cool is
Which
that though?
is, yeah, well, again, someone got it for $400,000, so it's cool enough that they dropped the price of a
Yeah.
house.
I probably, out of the album covers that do exist, that would be one of them that if I did have the money to have that, I think that would be one of them that I would consider because of those very reasons.
I think you can certainly see it. Like if you're buying, people buy for all kinds of reasons, right?
Yeah.
Personal connection, one, obviously. The other one is collectability and resale. And something like this that is going to be able to
Mm,
be resold again. You put your money into it precisely because you can get it back out fairly easily. And
mm.
that there should be an increase in value,
Yeah.
right? Anyhow, so I saw that.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool. Oof.
Great, great tea. Great.
Off
Okay,
we
so
go.
off we go.
Off we go to Germany, to Leipzig, Germany, where a
Yeah.
certified detectorist. I don't know the difference between an uncertified and certified detectorist. For those that don't know, in the US, we don't use this terminology, right? The guy who walks around with a metal detector, or a woman, whoever, right? In the UK and in Germany, they're called detectorists. There's actually a very good UK series called
Oh,
Detectorists. It's really kind of funny. One of the guys from the original UK office is on it. But
oh.
this detectorist in Germany was just putzing around as they do, and he found this 2,200-year-old, basically imperfect condition Celtic coin. And
Ah.
so it's like, how did the Celtic coin ended up in Germany? Either it was being used for trade, or the Celts showed up in Germany in a way that we were not aware of previously.
Well,
Could be one or both.
yeah, the image on the right, I'm assuming is like the back or the front, whatever way you want to look at it. It looks very like the Tara brooch, or there is a very specific Celtic design that has that round circular piece that doesn't meet, but it has those kind of more ovalist shapes to connect it at the end. So it's very typical Celtic design.
They call this the Rainbow Cup, presumably because of the design on the other side, right?
Um,
That does have a rainbow kind of
Not
look to it.
representative of LGBT plus rights, or
I
is
don't.
it? Yeah, yeah. Or is it
I mean,
rainbow?
this is
Oh, it's rainbow because it's Irish, is it? And because we are leprechauns and we live at the end of the rainbow. Is that what it is?
well, I don't, or I mean, I don't. All I can say is this is far enough back that it predates Christianity. So whatever's going on there is going on there with a completely
Yeah.
different sense of context, which is
Well, I'm
probably a
still
good
looking
thing
for the
because,
goals, Josh. I'm still looking for the goals.
yeah, if you
So,
find it, you let me know.
yeah.
Apparently, you got to get yourself a metal detector, and then you can become yourself a
Well,
detectorist.
I prefer the term a beep 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 sort of a person. I could call you could call me that. That'd be better. Yeah.
But I guess to my ears, that just sounds like a backing up truck. Either that, or like you're in a
Ah,
wheelchair that's
yeah,
backing up. So I
exactly.
don't know that you want to be the
Or
beep
like
beep beep person.
the bin men that are coming at 7 o'clock in the morning. We are now
That's
taking
that's
a
a
left turn. We are now taking a left turn. Oh, we know you're
that's
fucking
a
taking a
that's a
left turn.
see, but this tells you the difference because A, I have to explain that in the US we call them garbage men, and B, our garbage trucks don't make any of that kind of noise whatsoever. They just
No, they
basically
just
make
run
a
people
roaring
down.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. It's like and get out of the way, and like
Yes. For
it's
making
none of
us,
these European niceties.
what is it? On onomatopoeia, is that the term for for words that make sounds?
Yes. Yeah.
We're very we can call this episode the onomatopoeia episode.
But you
Okay.
pronounced that one right.
I'm good with words generally. It's just when I'm
That's a
reading them
huge
for the first time. When I'm reading
that's a
them for the
big
first
syllable word
time.
for you. I'm
Thanks,
just
babe.
saying. You have mispronounced something you've read many times repeatedly. So I don't know that particular.
Sometimes I just get caught up in my own self, you know. I trip over my own self,
Hey,
I just think too much. And when you think too much, you're bound to get it wrong. So don't think, play is my motto of life.
numb that brain, as someone said
Numb it.
around me recently. Numb that brain.
It's
So
such a thing, though.
I believe it. I've
Mm,
seen it with students many times, but I just say, like, numb that brain. Just let yourself just do. Don't think. Just do.
yeah. Well,
That's
I'm not
all.
going looking at the end
Anyhow,
of the rainbow for those coins anyway, so that tea can go into the bin. Um,
they
yeah,
might be there. They're
yeah.
Celtic. They might be there.
Here's a little quick reminder about anecdotes. We do have that magazine still available, so if you all want to go buy an issue, do so. Um,
Yep.
the link is in the description below. As you can see,
But
here's
look
a
at
really
all
nice
three
version
of
of them.
those. All
All,
three of those are available. Look at
all
those.
three of
They're
them.
beautiful.
What a lovely Christmas gift! Or do you
I
know what
want
we
them
could do?
on my shelf.
Do you know what we could do, Josh? Which I'm going to do right now after this episode is broadcast. I'm going to create a subscription to a year-long release of the Anecdotes magazines. So
There
you'll
you
get
go.
the first issue for Christmas, and then you'll get the second issue in February, and then you'll get the third in probably summer, and then the fourth in the autumn. So there you go. What a nice little present for somebody for Christmas,
There you go.
supporting artists. So there we go. I'll get on that PR right away. Nothing like
We
giving
see you.
myself another
We
job.
see you. You're there. You're contemplating this right now.
What a
We
cool
see you.
idea.
We see you. Click on it. Go for it.
Go for it.
Pause the episode. Click on it and then come back. We
Do
see
it.
you.
Do it. Do it.
On we
Um,
go
on we go. On we go. So, number three, story number three.
to Los Angeles. We go. I just thought this was
LA.
interesting.
Okay.
So LACMA, the LA Contemporary Museum of Art, right? It's a
Yes.
very well-known West Coast institution, which just had its people vote to become unionized and is saying, we're not going to recognize the fact that you voted to unionize. We're saying, no, we don't think this whole union thing is a good thing. And this is just emblematic because they're opening a new wing at the same time. So donor money, good. New wing, awesome. Paying people a living wage in Southern California, not so much. And just to be clear, living wage in Southern California is very high because it's incredibly expensive to live down there. I lived down there for years, and it's not as expensive as the Bay Area where I live now, but it is still quite high, particularly if you're living in, say, the Los Angeles or Orange County areas. These are not inexpensive. It's kind of like living in London, right? Like
mm,
everything costs more. Even if you find a decent rent, everything costs more around you, right? A coffee is twice as much as it would be someplace else, et cetera, et cetera. So the fact that the museum is refusing to recognize this union, I found to be quite interesting. And also, given all the art world's supposed support of the people and the working man, that it's rather ironic, is it not?
it is very ironic. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah. I-
Thank you. That's well,
It's,
indeed, indeed.
yeah. I don't know what to comment on this. I just feel like, everybody should have a union if you want to subscribe to that.
Nah.
I'm not big at the anarchisms and the protesting because I'm useless and I'm always working for myself. So I don't really need a union to look after myself. I could maybe call Lynette the dog, the corgi. She might stand for me.
But if you
She might charge me a lot in food
But
though.
the thing is that that's actually where professional unions begin,
Yes.
is when a whole bunch of independent contractors get tired of having to do the grind and the schlep by themselves and
Yeah.
realize there are ways that we could possibly do this together,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes they found a jointly founded enterprise together and they become partners in an LLC. Other
Yeah.
times they bound together and they form a group organization, call it a union, a collective, call it whatever you want, but the
Hmm.
goal there is like mutual prosperity in a way where all boats
Yeah.
rise. I'm always in favor of that.
Yeah, no, that's
And
absolutely, I know, and I'm pro that positivity too. I suppose it's just unfortunate that there's unions that are needed to be put in place because of the bullies that are out there, you know?
oh well, I mean, in the United States, our union membership now is so low in comparison to what it was 75 years ago.
Mm,
It's night and day difference. And again, in particular, in a location like this, where we're talking about the heart of art, which is
yeah.
always promulgating, we got to give voice to the underheard, the unheard, the underserved, the this, the that. Well, I guess not so much in LA.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, LA, that tea is spilt. They make
Shame
room.
on you.
Yeah,
Shame on you, LACMA. Shame on you.
they still make room for the race cars, don't they? Aren't they doing a big race car thing? Oh, that's Las Vegas.
Well, the reality is one way that this could change, of course, is to take donor money and use it to like pay people more. Another would be that enough artists refuse to have shows in the museum unless they actually support like a
Who's
union.
going to
That's
but who's going to refuse the show?
Oh, I mean, people pull shows all the time for all kinds of reasons.
Yeah.
Stuff. I mean, the whole last several years in the Middle East
Well,
has had
if there's any
people on
upcoming
both sides of the
artists,
spectrum.
if there are any upcoming artists that are going to potentially contemplate pulling out of a LACMA show in the next few months, let us know because we'll take your place. Thank you very
I
much.
just want to point out that that sugar has done nothing for you. You appear to be slumping even lower. And it was kind of like someone in the midst of a mescaline hit If you feel the need, you should give us a
Sorry,
call.
sorry. I apologize for my lack of energy sources. I was too busy installing your workday
I
exhibition.
I can pep you up. I can
Okay,
pep you up. Are
how
you
are you
ready
going to
for
pep me
this
up?
one?
I'm ready.
All right, off to Australia we go.
Off to Australia.
Off to Australia, where a teenager has been accused because they caught the kid on
Yes,
camera.
loving this
There was
story.
this. Okay, so to begin with, this is $136,000, an Australian hundred, so $89,000, 68,000 pounds. It's a fairly expensive blue
Statue.
sculpture.
Well,
Uh,
I've intentionally put the image pre-Googled um on your screens, just so that you have an idea of what it is that you're about to expect,
and
the before
and
and
so
the after.
this is called the Blue Blob, the Blue Blob. Say that
Okay.
5 times fast.
The blue
And this
blob,
is in
the blue blob, the blue blob, the blue blob, the blue blob.
so this is somewhere in South Australia. I don't know exactly where, but it's apparently a beloved
Oh,
sculpture that they caught on CCTV. A woman, for once, the vandal here is a woman. Go feminine, go
woo!
feminists. This chick is 19 and she stuck these giant. Do you have the picture with the googly eyes? It's really
I
funny.
do, I do. I'm waiting for you to finish before I can reveal it.
She stuck these giant googly eyes on the statue, and then when they
Okay,
tried to take the googly eyes off, it severely damaged the
okay.
statue, and so now it's
Arguably,
basically.
I feel that it actually looks better with the googly eyes. So
I thought so too. I
there he
thought
is.
it was
Look at him.
so much.
Look at him. I'll move that down a second. Look at that. He's so cute. I love
Come
it.
on. I
I think
thought that was really funny, but
I think it's
apparently,
great.
obviously, the people in the town were not appreciative of this prank, and so
People
now,
are
of course,
useless.
as she would say in Australia, she's been sent up. And I mean, when you are like the you've inherited the convict become colonist
Mm,
mentality, are you really just expect someone from Australia not to do something like this, right? Like,
yeah. Well,
what do
maybe
they do?
they could have
They're
used
going to
some
send.
sort of temporary tack or something to put the googly eyes
I,
on.
I don't know. I guess what, send her to New Zealand? I don't. What do you do now? Like, go off to Tasmania? You go? Like, what's the punishment here?
I'd be
I don't
like,
know what you do.
sorry that you made the statue look fun. I mean, I just think it's cool. Also feel that since they put the googly eyes up there, it's brought worldwide attention. So, brilliant.
I
Love
don't
it.
know about that. I know that it made the news for the BBC, certainly, right? We found
They're
out
always
about
stuck
it.
for
So
news stories.
exactly, it went wide enough that someone was bored enough at the BBC and
Yeah.
trying to distract from other problems that they've been having that they
Uh,
decided, let's cover the blue blob instead.
White House.
Instead of the orange sun god, let's
Yes.
talk about the blue blob, right? I
That's
don't
well,
know.
yeah. What a better story, anyway. That is so much better. Who wants to talk about an orange blob when you could talk about a blue one?
So there you go. What we always
Excellent.
say though, folks, is if you're gonna fuck with art, then it better be made better as a result.
Oh,
And
it's so did. Yeah.
time and again, that's not the case. And the stuff that we pointed out where it's worked well is things like the projections, using art in various kinds of ways where it's building on top of without destroying.
Mm,
That's what we're generally in favor of around here.
yeah.
So good on you, mate.
Good on you, mate. Before we go to the last story, we have our artist of the week to talk about today. So, Josh, you
Yep,
found this artist of the week on Instagram and shared
I
it with
found
me.
this. So
Um,
this is an artist who's
mm,
known for working with fans and essentially like tape and does different
it's
things
like
with tape.
the tape in like a tape recorder or in like a
Yeah, yeah,
VHS tape kind of thing.
yeah. This is now it's considered old fashioned, unfortunately. For me, I was like, that's really cool because of
I think
course
it's
I grew up
awesome.
in the era where everything was this, right?
Mm,
Cassette tapes, 8-track tapes, VHS, Betamax, like everything was tape. So there's always plenty of this stuff around. What's cool is this is called, I think it's called Pop Bonds or something one of those, this particular piece. And it does kind of look like that, right? Like running
yeah.
water and
It
crossing
looks,
a drain and moving.
yeah. It looks like a drain. That's what I was thinking. But also, I love the texture feel of that. I hate the 2D because I just remember when I was watching Mary Poppins as a kid, and I just destroyed the VHS tape, and I was always trying to
Well,
just roll it back in. So that rolling in now is kind of doing a different roll, and I kind of, yeah,
and it's unfortunate because they have the sound for this, but the sound is there as well, and so it has a kind of water sample, right? It's a very interesting way of doing use.
Mm,
It's for those that aren't aware, right? Dealing with found objects, the goal isn't just to have the object. The goal is to repurpose it in a way that takes it out of its original context, so you don't even see it as what it was originally, right? That you're
mm,
looking at this and you don't see it as fans, you don't see it as tape, you see it as this installation of movement. And so the sound certainly helps to add to that. That a space without sound, as we'll talk about next with the last story, a
yeah.
space without sound is experienced very differently than one that has that sound. And
Mm,
that's being produced as part of the install itself. It's not like piped in. It's not like an overlay of sound or something, right? It's like
yeah.
intrinsic to the piece.
Well, I think they have had a listen to the sound as we began this story because I think it was in the overlay of that. But anyway, which was drowning out the sound of our own voices. So I would say they've got an experience of that sound. We just didn't
Did
get to see
they?
to hear it.
Did we give the this person's name?
Yes, so this artist name, and I really, really apologize for butchering it, but I'm going to phonetically try and pronounce it. So it's Sylvanus Kempenus. That's my interpretation.
We don't know this person,
No,
but we're
but
giving
do follow them
props.
on Instagram. They're really cool.
Very cool stuff.
they've got some amazing stuff. So yeah, do
Yep.
give them a follow. It doesn't cost any money. Great.
Yep.
Okay. So
So now that's that. Off we go. Lastly, to Nevada.
yes, to the
90 minutes north of Las Vegas
hmm
is Holzer City. We've covered the city before, right? And the thing about city is, speaking of no sound, it's very quiet. It's right. You're like 90 miles away from everything out in the desert.
hmm
So the experience of it, apparently, for those lucky few who've gotten to experience it, is apparently incredibly moving. You're only
Oh.
allowed 6 people a day to visit.
Ah,
What irks me is that Vogue took your boy Timothée over here
my
to
boy.
city for a photo shoot.
It's
And
hardly my
like
boy.
whatever, you could have shot him anywhere. It's like 6 people a day get to experience this, right? So what, 2, 3 people at least, because you got someone who's shooting, you got
Yes.
Timothy, and you got probably
His
someone
makeup
who's doing,
artist.
well, I thought maybe makeup, but
Yeah.
maybe not, because you could do that offsite and then just show up. But you certainly have someone holding a baffle or a light filter of some kind, right? It's a
Mm,
guarantee if you're doing photography. You never see that person, folks. Here's a little pro tip: there's always someone holding something that helps to reflect the light in the image. That's how this
yeah.
shit gets done. So figure at least 3 people, if not 4, right, of the 6 people that day. That just really irked me
Yeah.
for a Vogue cover. Just
It's
for crashing.
probably Timmy's handler is there as well. But I'm just thinking like, why does he get these opportunities? I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway,
Because he's pretty. Because
he's
pretty people always get the
is
opportunity.
he
That's been
pretty though? He's
research has been done on this.
mhm.
If you're perceived as beautiful, you get way more opportunities than people that are not. And I'm not like it
I'm
is. It is
still
what it is.
waiting. I'm still waiting. TikTok, bring it on. Time is ticking, and I'm not getting any younger.
Start an OnlyFans, and you too can make yourself very popular.
Okay, I'll start that tomorrow. So I have two new jobs: create a new OnlyFans account and to create a new Christmas gift for the Anecdotes
There you
publication.
go. There
Excellent.
you go.
So work on that in the morning
But you
while I'm
have
on
to
my own
find your
in the
kink.
exhibition that you all have to come and see.
But you have to find your kink, right? Maybe it's like
Oh,
ears, or like I don't know, elbows, or I don't know, ankles. Like you got to find something that will
okay.
bring,
Like
because it's about, you have to narrow cast yourself,
I have
right?
to connect the visual art with it in some way.
You don't try to be an only fan to all fans. You try to be an
Uh,
only fan to special fans. And so you have to like,
okay.
what is it that's
Mhm.
going to get people off? And I don't know. Like I said,
I don't like how this particular episode of Spill the RT Quick Cuppa has become a tutorial guide
quick cuppa.
on how to get someone off. Anywho, to those who are watching that are under
Not
the
how to get
age
someone
of
off. No,
15,
no. How to get someone paid. How to get someone
of
paid.
course, that's
That's a
what we're
completely
talking
different
about.
thing.
Yes,
You can
absolutely.
get off for free all day long. We're talking about making money, buddy.
We need the money. Also, I have this image of Timmy in this Vogue
Oh,
cover shoot. I
Christ.
just had to put this up because I saw this and I was just like, okay then. At least make it look less green screened. Like, I mean, it's just so Maybe it's intentional. There's the debate like, oh well, we're making this kitsch as much as we possibly can so that it is what it is.
The thing is, he's gonna keep aging, so we're gonna have to keep seeing him. And I just hope he gets a little more rugged as he
I
ages,
think he's going to have to because age doesn't wait for
because
no man.
he has got such a feminine, narrow
Build.
frame.
He's a twink. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, this is true. I also have a similar build to our Timmy here, but yet I don't earn millions and millions and millions, in the words of Mr. Trump. Millions and millions and millions. But he does have he he was in the right place at the right time. He got the right roles.
I guess so.
He got the
Apparently,
right roles.
he's apparently very phenomenal to work with. He's a very giving actor. Like people like working with him on set, apparently.
I'd be that
So,
giving too if I was making that much money.
well, I guess get to it, and you can cut me in for 10%.
No problem. I quit all of this shit now. This is the
But you
final
know that
episode of
line.
Spill the RT, and I am now going into the movie business.
But do you know that line from With Noel and I? Well, then lick 10% of the asses for me.
Absolutely. 100%. No, not 100%, 10%. Yeah. 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 Okay. Finally, thank you, Timmy, for
Finally,
coming onto our screen. But
oof.
yeah, we have only a limited time in the Candid Arts Trust. So if you are around in London this weekend, come
Yep,
and check it out.
come
And
see us.
we'll do some video tours and all that kind of stuff. And you'll see all that next week. But do come and say
Yep. And
hi.
we have plans for more stuff coming up, but we need people to show up for this one because that helps us to then
Exactly.
see how that works.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, Eamon is taking a well-deserved month off as soon as the show is over.
Well, because
Um,
what's happening after the show's over, Eamon?
oh, I have some sort of thing to do.
Someone's getting
I'm running away
married.
and get married. Jesus. The old ball and chain, has been wrapped around my neck.
Well, I mean, the bottom line is you own a house now, so you're screwed regardless.
That's okay. That's fine. At least I have a house. That's
And you
good.
could be in the US where they're trying to come up with 50-year mortgages. Hey, nothing like dying having never
50
paid off your
years.
house. Yeah, this is, again, the orange sun god has decided.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
may the Lord have mercy
yeah.
on his soul. That's all I say
Good
to him.
times. Good
Yes,
times.
good
Good
times, good
times.
times. Right,
Good
well, ending on
times.
a positive note, thank you everybody for listening and for joining us. We have made a meager yet a nice little number. We've made 100 subscribers on our YouTube channel, so
Yes.
do continue to subscribe on our YouTube channel and all across our other socials. And you were doing quite well on our podcast numbers too. So just to bore you with all the stats, but do like, share, follow, subscribe, all of the above. Leave a comment. Get on with the show, says
I'll
you.
take it. Hey man, we got to 100 before we got to 100 episodes. That's nothing but gravy, baby.
We did. And also on the other side of it as well, the 100 people that have subscribed are actually just followers that have subscribed. They're not prompted, or they're not, they're just generic people that follow the masses. So thank
No,
you.
they're wonderful special people. They're not generic people. They're choosing to have no fear of missing art. See?
They are, and they're choosing to have a more cultured Thursday every Thursday at 7 p.m.
I
UK
I
or
don't
at
know
10
about
a.m.
cultured.
UK. We've talked about lots of cultured things today.
I don't know if I would say what we do is culturing people. I think it's more
We're informing.
unculturing.
We're informing and showing people what is the fun part of the art. The fun part of
Okay.
art.
Sure. Sure.
Okay,
I
well,
would just say
all
more
right.
if you want to hang out and not take yourself too seriously, then well,
Yeah,
clearly.
yeah. And if you feel like sending me any more donuts from Krispy Kreme, send them
I
my
think
way.
someone should send him some coffee. If there's a coffee sponsorship out there, I think
Yeah.
we need something for
No,
him.
no, no. There's no coffee now. Eamon's going to bed. That's that. Je
Fair
suis
enough.
fini.
Fair
Je
enough.
suis
Poor Eamon.
fatigué.
Let us play the little violins for
Wee,
tired
wee,
little
wee, wee, wee.
Amo.
Yeah, and if you want to go back and watch that episode about our little violins, please do so. The link is in the description below.
Excellent callback. Well done. Well
Love
done.
it.
Well done.
Anywho, that's all we had time for today, folks. Look at that. We're booming through it. We love a quick cuppa. Until next week, we'll see you very soon. Stay spilling the tea, stay creative, and we'll see you at London
Bye
Art
bye.
Exhibition. Bye.